In the last episode, we prepared ourselves for the Indian Ocean crossing in Medana Bay Marina in Lombok. We actually saw very beautiful places of Indonesia. I preferred the less touristic places, but the last island, Gili, just in front of Lombok, was a very nice place with a very good vibe. In the coming 3 months, we will sail to Cape Town, South Africa, and we will visit a lot of beautiful islands on the way.
It's time to leave Indonesia. This is where we say goodbye to Akaroa, Ninki and Endless. First boats have left already. Saga is about to leave. We're going to leave as well. There's no wind at all yet. Nino is already gone.
It is so good to have Nina back on board. We sailed with each other for 2 years already, I think in 2017 and 18.
We'll finish hoisting the sail behind Gili. Here the wind is still coming from starboard, but we see Nino there in front of us, and they're hoisting their mainsail in another direction. So the wind's going to turn here to the east, and then it's going to stay in the east all the time, all the way to Christmas Island. Nina is going to join us.
Doing a catamaran training.
Yay!
Training, yeah.
But she's an experienced sailor. She's been
Only on one hull.
She's been sailing for years and years with us in the Med before, and then crossing the Atlantic and all the way to French Polynesia. There's the other wind zone in front of us, a couple of 100 meters, and we're going to see the wind turn. Tail tacking jib starts flapping, almost straight into the wind. That's why we chose to bring the topping lift on this side, as we will be in the other tack for the next 3 days. 238 in the meantime. Well, we chose to shut the engines down as soon as possible. We still need the wind to turn, but at least we have wind now, 10 knots, so the boat is going fine. Saga chose to motor, and their angle will be better, of course, from there. Passing blue way. The shower was on.
Yeah.
So it was not the bilge pump of the engine room, but it was the bilge pump of the main bilge.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. What you can do is, when the thing is full, I can do it there as well. Well, if you come and stand here,
Yes.
then I give you the bowl when it's full and you empty it in the starboard bilge is dry again. Probably the towel fell off the shower door and took the handle of the shower with him. We emptied half of the tank in the bilge. Now the training can go on. How to use the BNG with the remote when you're inside. And well, we saw the bilge alarm and how to switch it off.
And here we think we can put up the Code Zero already, but it was a little bit too early because the sea in between the islands was pretty rough. So we waited with rolling it out until we were south of Bali.
hardly any current with us, but there can be over 3 knots here in Lombok Strait. Should be quieter in 1 mile, and then we go back to close reaching again. There's Bali on our starboard side. There's a lot less wind than forecasted. We might have been better off keeping the code 0 on and going a little bit further south, as this is the maximum we can do with a downward Jenniker. Sailmaker Henny in Lombok prepared the luff of the Jenniker. It's a good job.
We had a very good first night, and Nina is taking her night watches very seriously. She sleeps practically the whole day, and she sits practically the whole night from 11 to 5 or 6. So that's absolutely great. Mark sleeps in the saloon, and whenever something needs to be done, she can wake him up immediately, and I'm just sleeping downstairs and have a very good night's sleep.
After a night with no wind, with full moon, we finally have some wind again, 11 knots. So we changed the Jenniker for the A2. Gives us 50 square meters more, 235.
It's so good to have this huge spinnaker for days like this when there's not a lot of wind. But you have to be very careful keeping it up when you are with a small crew.
Fou de Bassin, somewhere there as well. Well, the monohulls, when it comes to motoring, they're at least as fast and most of the time faster. Somehow it seems more logical for them to go 7 knots on the engine. We can go faster, we usually don't. During the night we had 1 or 2 knots of wind, as there's supposed to be 15. All our sails are made by Amsterdam. In the past on the lagoon we used to have code 0 of Technique Wall. Technique Wall is now part of Amsterdam as well. The waves are way more relaxed than earlier today. Earlier today they were coming from all sides. But it's a more gentle one, we go a little bit up and then down again and up. We're discussing whether to take the spinnaker down now and replace it by a Jenniker or wait until it's the end of Marijke's shift.
Nina is not only doing the night watches, but also she's a very experienced filmer. They had a YouTube channel themselves in the past, sailing Seatramp. She does a lot of filming on our boat, and that's nice because then you can see the action between Mark and me together.
15 times.
When I work a lot in the kitchen, I'm doing like 10, 15 coffees for myself every day.
Downloading the latest forecast in offshore. So we're going to get more wind tomorrow on the last day. So the average overall is not that high, it's 7.3. We expect it to be around 9 based on the forecast. And that's more what we're doing today. Now the forecast is more accurate. We'll even arrive in the lights. We do about 9 knots. We might, as the wind is okay and we're close to the currents. They're not entirely correct. Wave from the side, about 2.5 meters. We came from Lombok here. We're about halfway. And we're going first to Christmas Island and then to Cocos.
This first trip is about 650 miles and then from Christmas to Cocos 550.
And with this wave it's really difficult to trim the sail. Sometimes I need to loosen the sheet and then the other angle I need to tighten it.
Luckily the wind picks up after a day and we have a nice breeze to go in the right direction. We also learned that the Indian Ocean has a lot of cross waves. The swell comes from the southwest and of course the waves from the wind are from the southeast. That makes the sea a little bit uncomfortable. You can see that the waves are big in comparison to the wind pressure in the sails. So that's the reason why the downwind jet anchor is so unstable. It's always exciting having the drone in the air. The images are perfect, but especially the taking in of the drone is always a challenge. We never wait until the battery is almost empty, so we always go a little bit earlier. Sometimes it needs several attempts before I can catch it. Since the accident that we had on the lagoon on the Atlantic Ocean, that the rotors hit my arm, I'm always wearing gloves and a jacket. It's always a relief when it's back on board.
There's a fishing boat in front of us. It's during day, so we saw it up front. That's good to know that the radar would have seen it. And Nina saw it as well. So she can read the book and pay attention. Of course we go straight at it.
The circumstances now on the Indian Ocean are pretty beautiful. I don't think we will have this nice weather when we are going to cross from Cocos to Mauritius. There's always a lot of wind in that area and cross seas.
We have to go 8.8 to be there in the light tomorrow. So we're really close to the point Navax told us via Impossible, but it's basically impossible to see something outside if it doesn't have a light. No way you can see something here. According to the coordinates, it should be 2 miles that away. We especially made a turn to the north. Oh, we're still more than fast enough to be there on that line.
Oh yeah.
Good.
The second autopilot that we have can only do heading holds.
With the Jenniker, our average was between 11 and 12 knots, and with the Jib we're still reaching almost 11 knots. We go a little bit more upwind now, as we are on a straight line towards Christmas Island. 88 miles in 8 hours today. There's a switch underneath the bed, where we can activate the Ray Marine. It's a 100% self-sufficient system. We can operate without the BNG.
The speed of this boat is so nice. It is not that we need to win, it's not a race, but it is so nice that the oceans are a lot smaller with a boat like this.
Christmas Island. We have to go around that cape into Flying Fish Cove. You can't anchor on Christmas Island. There are 7 moorings.
The Gliwo group was actually split up in 2, so that one group can have the moorings first and the other group arrives later, and then the first group is already gone to Kokos. The first impression of this bay is not that beautiful because there's a big phosphate industry and mining on Christmas Island. But the experience on the island is very beautiful. We meet very nice people, we have round tours over the island and a lot of fun.
We are the first from the fleet arriving here. Good job.
So we're going in the dinghy to the shore. Customs and Immigration is waiting for us.
It's totally understandable that you can't anchor there because there's a beautiful reef in the whole anchorage, in the whole bay, and the mooring balls are located just where it goes down, and then it's immediately very deep. So Steve from Biosecurity takes us for a short trip over the island on Thursday morning. First we are going to eat cheeseburgers with the locals, and then we are making a trip.
They go over that? They do go over that. Yep. So that fence goes all the way up and down this road, both sides. And just to show you that we used to have railway lines here, but most of the railway tracks have been lifted up.
It looks more like a scene from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
The flooring would break, so they'd have to sit there and hold onto a bar above their head.
He brings us also to one of the most beautiful beaches that I've ever seen. It's called Illy Beach, and from that beach we walk to Ethel Beach, and he drives with the car.
nice here. There's all kind of water blowing on that side.
He
We're
says
on a
that-
walkway between two beaches. And Steven is going to pick us up on the other side. Well, at least that's what he said.
So here we are. Did another time a lot of shopping because all the drinks were tax-free. We can borrow the ute as long as we bring it back before 5 o'clock.
Good day, ladies. Where can I take you?
Well, let's go to the boat.
Yeah. How does it feel on the wrong side?
Oh. New camera techniques. You have to be in front or just a little bit on the side.
So little communication.
Dus Hanneke playing the piano abrette.
Which lens?
Ken ik niet voor.
Oh, dat is waar, dat is waar.
And then the next day we are going on a tour with Lisa.
School on Christmas Island. Fishing. And canoeing.
I brought daffodils on a pretty string, but they won't fly And I wanna kiss you, make you feel alright. I'm just so tired.
Walking to the waterfall. Dale's waterfall, I guess. And we're looking for crabs as well. It's not the season yet. November, December, they start migrating. They're really big. The rubber crabs at least. The red crabs are a lot smaller.
Oh, my tears being used
Nice walkway to the waterfall.
Oh, my tears being used all on another love.
Looks like a rubber crab there.
Tears being used all. I wanna take you somewhere, so you know I care.
Mark and Nina go in a banyan tree. It's a huge one. And Mark climbs up a bit. But that was
yourself, please.
not good for his back.
But it's nice filming your ass.
And I wanna kiss you, make you feel alright. I'm just so tired to share my nights. I wanna cry and I wanna love, but all my tears.
A video.
What the fuck is this?
You always want more action in your videos. Now you get it.
Oh yeah.
On another love, all my tears being used all on another love.
Sunset. Time for the barbecue on the beach. It's our last evening at Christmas Island. Two wonderful companions are joining me. Where's your Supergirl shirt?
I was freezing.
I was freezing. Oh, you look lovely again.
Thank you so much, darling.
The boats that are coming here are going 3 knots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we will have not a lot of wind as well
So
when we begin, and then the wind will get stronger and stronger.
I wanna take you somewhere, so you know I care.
In the next episode, we will sail to Kokoskeeling.
I brought you daffodils on a pretty string, but they won't flower like they did last.